Hello dear viewers, welcome back to Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup with me, MothFluffs. It's been a few days since our last delve. I have recovered from holiday gluttony, and it's time to see if we can get our first win here with our Demonspawn Fire Elementalist. Elementalist, who turned into more of a conjurer, but we started off with flamey flame spells. That's right, we just poked our head into layer 5, so that's still an option. We're certainly not ready for vaults yet. I don't think. Shoals and Snake. I don't know how I feel about either of those. I think we've got slimy green scales coming, so we'll probably do Shoals first. Even though it's normally a little more dangerous, just in hopes that we don't have to scare up any poison resistance. What do we have going on here? Oh yeah, our Geagle Ring. Okay, yeah, you know, we're doing stuff. We've got, why am I carrying around a +1 pair of boots? Got a kite shield we're working into, I think. Yeah. Okay, a few unread scrolls. What do we have left scroll-wise? Requirement, Amnesia, Blinking, Brand Weapon, Silence, Torment. There's some pretty good ones in there. I don't know that we want to read ID anything quite that good. And we're not, like, desperate for requirements, so we're not just having to... Okay, where are we going? Let's go back to layer 4 and see if we can't sort out the layer 5 problem here. What's our play? We can blast this thing back a few times pretty safely, and kind of do the same thing here. Just a blasting. Alright. Spellcasting is at level 11. What are we queuing up to memorize? What do we have in the chamber? We have 2 spell levels. Oh, that's right. I think we just loaded up on, like, Irradiate or something. Yeah, Irradiate is online. That's really nice. That's strong. Spellforge Servitor isn't too far off. In fact, maybe we turn summonings on... Yeah, just a level 12 there. I kind of like that. Potion of Heal Wounds, always appreciated on a pre-endgame. Ooh, we've got an Abyss Forest. I think last video I might have said something about it being an Abyss Forest. So let's go ahead and just put an exclusion here, just to make sure we don't accidentally explore our way into a bunch of Keiko demons or something. Excuse me. Come on, Blink Frogs. Yeah, I seem to recall that Blink Frogs weren't too much trouble on this character. Yeah, Demonic Magic is just a crazy strong mutation. I think it's maybe one of the stronger ones you can roll into. Let's just reset, a little mini reset. You know, Blink Frog, not scary, but Blink Frog with the possibility of large abominations showing up out of nowhere. that's a little scarier. Yeah, see, these small abominations keep finding their way out to us, and it's like they're not scary, but I don't know. It could be. All right, and in fact, let's actually back off this way a little bit. That was not the button I intended to press. Did not mean to explore into the middle of an open room like that, but here we are. What do I have irradiate set as? Oh, okay. Okay. This Spear of Venom has been a low-key MVP, I think. It's just given us a lot of turns where we have been able to conserve our mana. Just kind of do a little more regen. I think we just blast them with Irradiate. Seems like an easier situation than trying to spam them down with our Foxfire. Yeah, having Irradiate means that elephants... I think elephants were what scared us off last time. Which is reasonable. Elephants are a little on the tricky side. Alright, we're gonna kind of come back up at around here. Gonna blast them. I think we just kind of... Oh, we're slowing down. Okay, well... Now we're stone. That's, I think, ultimately fine, because we can just do that a couple of times and kind of be okay. You know, it's not, like, the best situation we've ever been in. However, yeah, I mean, we have non-zero mana and level 1 spells that can paralyze these enemies. Like, I'm not scarred. I'm not scarred none. Yeah, okay. I think we just kind of like work our way back down to the staircases. Iskandarin's Mystic Blast to get that one off our backs. And I think we've got one, yeah, we've got one staircase that's unexplored. I think that's our ticket here, is just... dragging some things upstairs over here, maybe. Alright, well, that didn't go so great, and there are several elephants there now. So, abort. We'll just sort of draw them back and forth. Like, we have the ability to sort of bounce between here and that other staircase. So that's probably what we'll do here. Stack up some poison on the elephant. And just do an irradiate, you know. Get it taken care of. Alright. Like, we put a few levels in fighting, so we're not, a little flame wave, and up the stairs. Then we'll go to these other stairs. Oh, hey, Hydra. Hi, Hydra. Irradiate should be pretty good. Yeah. Radiate's very strong. If you hadn't noticed, the fact that you can only cast it a couple of times is only a drawback if you're trying to kill more than 9 things. 8 things. Rather, sometimes I can't count how many tiles are on a tile. Just poison that up and summon some doodlies, and yeah, just chewing our way through the normal part of layer 5 here, boosting up our experience. No, not our experience, but our experience. And blow up another elephant. Just big walking bags of EXP. Love to see it. I think we do one more and then peace out. We don't want dangerous levels of contamination to pile up. There we go. Yeah, just free poison on these things is... it's strong, like, normally... I mean, it's not as strong as just, like, stabbing it to death, right? We could just, like, throw on a dagger and have maybe a little easier time of this. But I don't know that that's really necessary, and strictly speaking, keeping it at Spear's reach keeps us a little safer. Oh, wait, another Sith Moonibook. Freeze and Dragon's Call. Well, see, now I'm really glad that we're training summoning up a little more. Dragon's Call is pretty strong. Although that is another one that's okay to use with Divine Exegesis. Well, onward. We've got a bunch of yaks. Yak pack attack. We'll just kind of do this for a little bit until we get a few of them around us. And then we can, I think this one we just flame wave. We can kill him a little slower. Oh yay, level up. Intelligence. Again, no mutation, but, you know, we had a really strong early run with those, so I'm not too worried there. Yak pack down. Hey, elephants. What's going on? Splat. Yeah, the irradiate armor deduction is pretty stellar. Splat. Alright. More of the level cleared out. Ring of Positive Energy could actually be useful with our little abyss forest that we've got going on. We've got a little mini trove down here. This is nice. Get ourselves a Scroll of Identify that we can use on... Scroll of Torment. Okay. I think we can probably drop that. What, are we still carrying around potions of lignification? Yeah, we are. We could still do Lake Torment. That's a viable option on some screens. We don't have to drop either right now, so, you know. I think about the time that we get rid of lignification is about the time that, like, cheeky torment scroll strategies will stop working also. Unless our tier 3 mutation is torment proofing. Alright. That's a threat down. We still have, like, no willpower, right? Yeah. Literally just our natural willpower. We could use some artifacts. Not gonna lie. Wouldn't hate it. Yeah. Well, there's our petrification. We'll just stand here for a minute. Our turn to paralyze you. Haha. You're bleeding and things. Oh, right. Flame Wave has interesting effects in forests. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. That was definitely definitely an error, and I'm glad that we didn't fall asleep there for longer, because we could have been a toasty critter. Whoops. But Dream Sheep one at a time are much less scary than Dream Sheep en masse. On flock. Flock on fleek. Alright. Smoke Demon. I've met a few people like that. Oh, yeah, isn't Smoke Demon, like, resistant to fire or something? Let's just blast it. It's the nice thing about Irradiate. You don't have to worry about resistances. You just blast them. So anyway, I just went in and started blasting. Danny DeVito is a national treasure. Not much to say right here. We're just kind of fighting some abyssal things. Oh, and a Spriggan. I think I mentioned Spriggans too. God, really? The whole gang's showing up. Yeah, this is all fine. There we go. A Rapier of Distortion. Ooh. That's fun. Glad we didn't get hit with that sucker. Warped Plate Armor. +1 plate armor with resist electric. Not the most exciting. Let's grab that scroll. I think it's fine if that Blink Frog wakes up. Alright, so... yeah, I was hoping we'd make enough noise to, like, start pulling these things out of the center there, because I don't think we can take on a whole room of random demons. I just... yeah, and ugly things and stuff. Doesn't seem wise. can just do some of this business. Smites us. Well, let's set some shit on fire. Let's, response to your smiting, I'll raise you smiting. Alright. Back off, get rid of our contamination. Got some more unknown scrolls. Do we have all of the remaining scrolls left in our inventory? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we only have 3. Yeah. So 2 of these remaining scrolls are not in our inventory, and it's probably acquirement and brand weapon are the ones we don't have. Possibly acquirement and silence. That's fine. It's all fine. Chaos spawn. I already know what it does. Hit or gore and unpredictable effects. Okay, that's fine. I think we can just kill it. Turns out things aren't immune to dying. Sure enough. Ancient Zyme. This is what I see in my head now whenever I hear Auld Lang Syne, is Old Lang Zymes. I don't know. I see Zymes. This is that's a pretty reasonable. Things seem to be fairly reasonably paced here. You know, we're keeping it tight with these small bombs, A-bombs. God, I love these, like, demonic trees. They're just so cool. Wish there were more of them in the regular dungeon. Always a treat to get an abyss-warped segment. Hey, Zyme. Zyme, 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 Zyme. Just kinda pelt it with stuff. Two ancient Zymes. Let's back up a little bit. And, okay, yeah. Just until we get petrified here and we can irradiate these suckers free from the ears of their kin. Thrashing horrors are pretty dangerous. It can boost itself up. It's pretty good at hitting us. And they're fast. Yeah, these things are, they're one of the killers in the Abyss, for sure. Get a few thrashing horrors on your back, pushing you around, interrupting your junk. Yeah, I think probably irradiate's the best solution for those. They're just so fast. You can't really kite them like you can something like this. Not that we're kiting, like we can't deal damage currently and move very well. I mean, we're moving at the same speed they are. We're not gaining anything except positioning by doing that, by running away. There we go. But, you know, positioning is important. Getting our noise situation under control is important. Fighting one enemy at a time seems good, usually. Alright, another Thrashing Horror down. And our antennae say that's it. Ooh. We've got an entrance to the Abyss if we want it. The Ring of the Hair, evasion plus 10. Well, well, well. Do we have a slot for that? Would we rather have that than 4 armor class or 9 mana points? I think we'd rather have it than 4 armor class. I think that's reasonable. Maybe not. Maybe we pick it up and we, like, swap it in and out. I think we can drop a Scroll of Poison. I don't see too many. We don't have Ignite Poison, so we can't create a giant screen full of fire. Yeah, because, like, having Evasion 22 and Armor Class 16... I don't know if I like that more. Maybe if we train some dodging... Yeah, let's turn on dodging for a while. Let's, 17%. 17%. 30. Yeah, I think we, switch over to our... I like switching over to our Kite Shield, kind of. It does so many bad things to Spellforged, though. I really want that online. We also have a little more trouble casting Irradiate. Yeah, let's stick with the Buckler for now. But I do want to change over to dodging. And once we get that up a bit, switch over to that ring. Seems like a better defensive suite against shoals where, like, javelins penetrate shields, and so they're not useful for that. Because 4 armor class doesn't seem like a crazy amount, but, like, if you think of how armor class works in this game, with it being a roll from 1 to N, where N is your armor class. At least while you're wearing a robe. If you have heavier armor on, there's guaranteed damage reduction, in which case it's a roll between 1 and N, with any roll under X being converted to X. However, like, let's think about meaningful damage reduction, right? If an enemy is consistently doing 25 damage per hit, let's say, and we have 100 hit points, we're dead in 4 hits in that instance. To be dead in 5 hits instead, we just need a little bit of damage reduction. Any amount of damage reduction means that it needs an additional hit. But to turn it into 6 hits, to survive 2 additional turns instead of just 1, we're going to need at least 5 damage reduction per hit. So a meaningful damage reduction on each hit is any roll over 5. So what you're doing when you increase your armor class is you're increasing the number of rolls that are meaningful that are available to you. Because that means you can not only roll 6 through 16 in that, or 6 through 15 in that instant, or 6 through 16, so 10 instances or 11 instances. But you can also roll 17 through 20. You have 4 additional instances. You know, it's almost a 50% increase. It's like a 40% increase in your meaningful damage reduction. So basically what I'm trying to say is the difference between 16 and 20 armor class is greater than you might think, whereas the difference between 12 and 22 evasion is a little more difficult to evaluate because it's not just a straight percentage chance of damage avoidance. It's like, it's a pretty complicated formula that I know intuitively better than I know it functionally. Like, I should probably look it up again one of these days. All this to say, we're gonna want a little more evasion before we switch over, is basically what I'm trying to say. We're gonna want to train dodging up to 5 or 6, maybe 8, and then we consider throwing on that ring. In the meantime, we need to figure out where we are going. I don't hate shoals. We've got some fire spells, so we can do some fun stuff with steam. But we don't have flight. I definitely don't want to do snake without poison resistance, though. So I guess shoals it is. To the shoals. Well, stab her and wake her up. I say her, I didn't mean to assume the merfolk's gender just because they're wearing a crop top. I wear crop tops to feel feminine, but not everyone does. And not everyone who wants to feel feminine associates it with their gender. But that's enough of that. We've got sky sharks to kill. Alright. Yeah, Spellforge Servitor being down to 16% is great. Caught in a trap. Alright. Let's get the Wand of Quicksilver for sure. Is it Scrolls of Immolation? Yeah, I don't know how useful Scrolls of Immolation are. They might be going by the wayside here. God, the first floor of an S branch is always so scary because it's like you don't have fun stair dancing tactics that you can use to get out of it. You've got the one entrance. Alright. Potion of Curing is cool. A little bit tricky to get to it without flight or something here, but we'll figure it out. I think we've got a flight potion maybe, or something of that ilk. Merfolk Impaler. Trident of Venom. Makes our Spear of Venom look pretty doofy. Alright, 31 damage. Let's go ahead and back up from this. It hadn't seen us, so there's no reason to pick a fight just yet. Like, we don't want to leave that stranded on this level, for sure. But we were at, like, half mana. No reason to fight it if we don't have to. God, antennae are so good. That little bit of passive bit of monster detection just saves your bacon so frequently. Ugh, snapping turtle, eh? Don't like those. Alright, that's safer. Snapping turtle's range is kind of really impactful. Okay, cool. It's asleep, so maybe we just orbit. Blam. Blam. Okay. Yeah, Merfolk Impalers just have, like, a lot of hit points. And pretty high armor, too. They're tough nuts to crack. I think it's okay to use unnecessary force against them. Unnecessary force is necessary. Alright. Blast a couple of times. Takes care of that mob. More or less. Yeah, harpies individually, these like little enemies that get stunned easily by our demonic magic are pretty good to see. Well, we get a gift, Lightning Spire, Summon Forest, Summon Hydra, we get some summoning stuff. That's great. And I think we're gonna pause this video here. We've reached a little lull in the fighting, and it's run a little long, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But thanks for watching. If you have any opinions, leave them in the comments below about what your favorite spells in this game are. If you've never played, maybe take a look at this list and see some spells that you would be interested in seeing me cast, and maybe I'll give it a shot. Alright, we will see you soon, dear viewers. MothFluffs signing out.